welcome back to this tutorial. The last video I have creating is ProFTPd. It's in this video it's use a Linux built-in user system, but on this tutorial I will show how you can use MySQL as the user configuration system. So if you have a multiplied server to handle FTP access, you can build a MySQL server to handle the group and the users. And when you install the new FTP server, you can just only connect to the MySQL to get all the users. It's easier to handle, and it's I think it's possible can handle a lot more users than the Linux can. I'm not sure, but I think. So thank you, and I hope you can use this video like my other videos. So for now, we only need to install the MySQL server. So let's begin. Starting to install the recommended package to this tutorial. So type apt-get install MySQL server and ProFTPd mod MySQL to allow MySQL package and the basic tools to the ProFTPd, and type enter. I will use test as a password to the root, and I will use the test again. And now we have completed the install. It can take a little time if you have a slow computer, or it can going faster if you have the faster computer. So now we're done. Sorry for talking. So use the clean command to ending the terminal. So we have so we are prepared to next step. Let's get access for the root user and create a ProFTPd user that have access to the ProFTPd database. So first, let's starting to make our connections allowed. Search about skip, and coming this line out, and coming the bind address out. Bind address is in using only if you're not well recommending connecting from not trusted IP addresses. Save this file and create it. Restart your MySQL server. When we have this service restarted, we can connect to our MySQL server by the user root and tell the password. My password is test. Whoops. And now I want to get the allowed access for my root user. I use the password test again. You can use whatever password you want, but I use test. Now I go to my workbench. I have the connection here and connect to the server. We need the database ProFTPd, and we need to F8 and apply that and finish. Now we got the database here. Go back to MySQL, and we need to create the user, the ProFTPd. And for this user, I will use the same as the password, the username, because we're testing. And now copy again, and ProFTPd. I tell this user have any access to the database ProFTPd from anywhere with the password ProFTPd, and type enter. That's perfect. So now go back to the workbench, close this connection. I will use a new connection test user ProFTPd and type inside my local IP address and ProFTPd, and I will store this user as ProFTPd password. I'm testing the password, and it's working. So now we are connected. I will use these two SQLs, so I don't need to type it inside myself. And that's testing about it's working. And we got the FTP group and the FTP users. So now we get access from the ProFTPd users, so we can quit the MySQL connection again. Okay, and use the clean command to create a folder to the FTP, to ProFTP access. So go inside your var folder and create mkdir to FTP, and inside the FTP folder you probably need a kind of folder so you can use to the usernames. Like if I create the user Paris, I will get the folder Paris. So mkdir to Paris. So now I got the folder Paris, as you can see. Good. So the next we need to do is to create the user inside a work branch in MySQL. So first I will create the group name. I will call it basic, and I will apply that, and this should, yeah. Now I need to create a user. I will call the user ID for Paris, and the home folder is FTP Paris. I don't want any other folders to access this user. And I need the password. So I have this line of code you need to encrypting the password. And the password I will use, I just type password, that's fine. So I copied this line. As you can see, this is a copy already. So sorry. And inside my work branch, I will use the password user here, and I will apply that. You can, the group ID and anything, it's perfect. So if I select anything, that's perfect. So now we got the user to our ProFTPd applications inside the MySQL. The next we need to do now, it's changed a little bit in our configuration for ProFTPd. To change the configuration about the ProFTPd SQL configuration, you need to coming to allow this line to tell this MySQL to the backend. We need to SQL auth types and scripting, and we need to open SSL. And what we need to allow here, it's users and groups and MySQL configuration information. We need to ProFTPd, this is the user, and our host name, it's local host, and our username, it's ProFTPd. Sorry, this means what database you use. Our database name is ProFTPd, and our user is ProFTPd, and our password is ProFTPd. Okay. Sorry if this is confusing. So I need to SQL user information. It's a user. It's a FTP user. 2 seconds. I need the FTP user. FTP user and user ID, password, and UID and group ID, and home dir and shell. And I will save that. And we need the group information. For group information, I have FTP group and group name and GID and the members. And we need to type one line more. It's SQL minimum ID. It's 500, and we need a log. SQL log pass update count. This means every time it's user log inside our FTP server, it will count, so we can look how many times the user is connecting. And SQL name query. It's update count is update count is equal to count plus 1. Access to is equal to now, where user ID is equal to yes, FTP user. And now we need to MySQL log. To yes, and we need this. Sorry, I have this on the second screen, so sometimes I need to read what I have typed. Sorry. And query modified. We need to update. It's now where user ID is equal. And FTP user. And I can see I have the error here. I need equal. And SQL log file. So if something is going wrong here, we can track it back to the sql.log file inside our log folders ProFTPd. Save it and close the file. We just need to change the models to enable SQL and MySQL. So open the models from the ProFTPd here and search for the SQL, and you get this mod sql.c, and we need one more about MySQL.c. It's here, and load this in. and close this. And I'm sorry to tell you, I have found a bug in my tutorial here. It's not a secret. I have recording the videos in sequence, so if I make a mistake, I can take it from the point and go again. So the fail I have found is a really important thing to get this to work. So starting to open this configuration file, it's a ProFTPd. We need to to change this to off. We do not need to shell access to log in, and we need one here to include the SQL configuration file. So if you can see, if we do this ProFTPd start, we got an error. This error is because we have a little mistake inside other files. So ProFTPd and the SQL configuration file, we got this. We need just to delete this line, and we need to type another line. It's a SQL users and groups, and now we need to this. I try to connect with my users. I've changed the password from password to test because I'm debugging. So I can now connect to the server. So let's try to upload the file. Yes. And my file here. It's uploaded, and let's delete it again. Yes, this is working. So when you have fixed these problems, the servers should be been able to working. The other troubleshoot, you can go inside. It's if you have a FTP server like this, you can see it's here. I have creating the CH mode from the root users to the group for the ProFTPd. So CH own records to 5500 and to the FTP and to FTP. This means it's not the root permissions anymore. Sometimes you will get the error if you do not do this, and other times that's working fine. But keep in mind, it's probably what we expect. So to look the log about our ProFTPd server, we can use telif to log and ProFTPd and ProFTPd here. So if I disconnect, you can see here we're disconnected. The session is closed, and if I connect again, you can see the session is opened and it's a login. It's a Paris. It's a login succeeds. So I can move the file. Sorry, we got the desktop here, and we can see we move the login succeeds, and we move the file. And now I will delete it again, and it's deleted. So if you need the root user, we can go back to our workbench. Let's create a root. It's the admin user. It's the 55005500, and this user have permissions to anything on the server. So we need this line, and we can call this password for, let's say, root, and copy this and yes, apply that. Go back to FTP client and type root and root. Sorry, we call it admin. So now we have a user that can look any folders inside the FTP clients, and if we disconnect, we can use our user again, and it's still only access to the single folder. So anything is as it should be, and this document I will release it inside my GitHub projects when to all my tutorials. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed that. Have you any question, you can comment this video below, and I hope you will get subscribing, and I hope that's okay as creating a little mistakes inside this video. But we are all human. So thank you for watching, and I hope you look the next time I published a video. See you next time.